Hey, yo, what's gaming players? It's your boy, Desmond Sharpman, back out here on this Madden NFL 21 franchise mode. And welcome back to another episode of this series of this regular season for roster number 1. And we're going to start our second game here on this 1 o'clock schedule. And we have an NFC East battle on our hands. The Philadelphia Eagles heading to Washington to take on the Washington football team. And Jalen Hurts makes his long NFL debut. And not only that, Tua will also make his debut when his Dolphins take on DeAndre Crawford's Patriots in Foxborough. But before we get to that, before we get into it, let's take a look around the league and see how everything's going on. You can see we've already got 2 games in the books. The Thursday game in Kansas City ended up winning in a blowout. And then the game in Atlanta, that's where Seattle came out victorious on the road. So Kansas City and Seattle in week number 2. Kansas City will be on the road in Los Angeles, while Seattle will be back home against the Patriots since they both got victories, while the Texans take on the Ravens and the Falcons take on the Cowboys in week number 2. But anyway, so let's head to FedEx Field in Washington to see this NFC East battle. And Jalen Hurts makes his debut game against Washington. Let's go.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Well, they love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with their opponents. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
All right, so Washington has selected to the second half, as we are going to see Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense start, and we're underway from Washington.
Here we go, week 1.
And this one's going to be returned from the end zone, and down he goes as he's stopped at the 24-yard line. And here's the Eagles offense. Jalen Hurts is on the field.
I know Eagles fans weren't exactly thrilled with the selection of Jalen Hurts in the second round, but they needed a big-time backup if they want to go deep in the playoffs. And he was 38-4 as a starter in college at both Alabama and Oklahoma, and was the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy last year. 43 career rushing touchdowns.
Jalen Hurts looking, and he's going to be sacked on the opening play of the game.
loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second
That's
down.
not a good look there for Philadelphia.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves.
And Jalen Hurts, look at the legs of Jalen Hurts. Okay,
Good for 17 as they're
that was for a gain of 17.
That's an excellent run right there on 2nd and long. Didn't get back all of it, but a huge chunk. Now they're in 3rd and manageable and back on schedule and trying to pick up a first down.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
And that one's a Miles Sanders, and he gets this a first down for Philadelphia.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they?
Jalen Hurts, and he's brought down.
He's gonna be hit and taken down to the ground. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Well,
Ryan Kerrigan gets the sack that time.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 2nd and
They need
19.
to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
And Hurts, he's going to run it again, but this time he's going to lose yardage.
Just a 1-yard loss.
So Washington was on that one.
Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Hurts. And that one's incomplete.
Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there.
Washington was playing great defense on that one.
And
So 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight.
So Jalen Hurts was unable to do something on his opening possession of his NFL debut.
Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end
So
zone.
Washington will take over possession.
Washington here offensively, and their man under center, Dwayne Haskins, the number 15 pick out of Ohio State in 2019.
And for Dwayne Haskins, a little bit of an uneven season for the former first-round pick. 7 starts as a rookie. Team went 2-5 in those games, but I did see him get better. I thought his last couple of starts were his best ones of the year. He's a guy with big potential, big arm, but remember, was just a 1-year starter in college as well.
1st and 10. Here's R.J. Watt.
Gets this to the 24.
And he gets this one to the 24.
CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there are a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
Haskins, and he will be
And
sacked.
he's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So now it's 3rd and 15 after that sack.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. From the gun, it's Haskins.
Haskins, no one's open. And that one's incomplete as he tried to get it out of his hands. So 4th down.
Able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do?
So
on
Washington
3rd down?
will punt it
That's a nice
away.
start for them in this one.
So Josh Carroll will return this
Just
one.
inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 40-yard line. So Hurts and the Eagles offense will take over.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And they're going to give it to Miles Sanders.
Consistency, move the ball,
And he stopped at the 42.
and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they
And Hurts, he's going to run it again.
go ahead and get low,
And he
get into a
gets
ball
taken down at the
stack
49.
and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A gain of
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Now, you know,
Washington is hoping for a stop on defense. It's 3rd and 1. And Hurts, he gets stopped in the backfield.
He's not going to get there.
So not only he doesn't get the first, he loses yardage.
Run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And Hurts and the Eagles offense, they're going to go for it. And that's going to be the end of the first.
After one.
With no score.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession.
And the Eagles are going to go for it.
The field, they're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Jalen Hurts, he's going to run in. And he will slide, and he will get the Eagles a first.
It'll get him a new set of downs. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football.
Hurts looking for it all. Jeffrey, he's got it. Alshon Jeffrey with a huge grab. 45 yards.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started?
What a throw by Jalen Hurts.
Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
Unbelievable.
First and goal at the 1.
Jalen Hurts, he's going to get it, and he's going to get in for the touchdown.
Jalen Hurts with his first career touchdown.
Jalen Hurts gets himself on the board. Oh my gosh. Now
we saw so much of this last year at the college level.
Guys, I don't know. Did he throw that ball back before he got into the end zone? Let me know what you think about that in the comment section, because I don't think he got into the end zone, but they're going to count it. So Jalen Hurts gets himself on the board. Eagles take a 7-0 lead. I had a feeling he threw the ball before he got into the end zone. Now that could have been a flag on the play, but he got himself on the board with a rushing touchdown after that big play thrown to Jeffrey. So now 7-0 Eagles.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And he will be brought down at the 23.
He's dropped at the 23. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot.
And here's R.J. Watt. And he's brought down at the 32.
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Haskins finds R.J. Watt complete. And R.J. Watt, he's loose and a stiff arm. And he gets all the way to the 11.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there?
Not only he caught the ball, he turned on the Jets and he stiff-armed the defender. Watch this. He stiff-armed the defender. He didn't want him to tackle him.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw, Haskins.
Haskins looking. And now it's going to be complete.
Complete to Thomas.
That's Thomas with the catch.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is. Because
and here's R.J. Watt, and he's brought down at the 2.
Finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Haskins going to try to run it in. And he is short.
He was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And Washington, they're not leaving the field. They're going to go for it.
4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though.
So 4th and 2. Washington, they're trying to get a first down. R.J. Watt, and he got it.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down.
Wow, what an effort.
Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because
1st and goal. R.J. Watt, and he stopped by that Eagles defense for a loss of a yard.
It's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success.
2nd and goal. Watt, and he gets stopped right at the 1. He
Stopped on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his
and Watt, he just can't get into the end zone. He stopped.
Backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense gonna have to come up with
so Hopkins will go for the field goal to get Washington on the board, and he's got it. Now it's 7-3, Philadelphia.
It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. You got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Yeah, because they're still trailing, however.
Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Philadelphia.
So Jalen Hurts in the offense back out there.
A minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it.
And Jalen Hurts. Look at Jalen Hurts. He's going to use his legs. There he goes. And he gets all the way to the 41-yard line. And in enemy territory.
It gets him a first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well.
Wow.
That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become...
Now, Jalen Hurts did something pretty smart. He ran the ball, got out of bounds to stop the clock. Wow. This is impressive what we're seeing from Jalen Hurts. Hurts again. And he's going to take off again. But this time he's going to slide.
So it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football.
And the Eagles, they're going to use a timeout. Because they're going to go for the field goal. Look, what a performance by Jalen Hurts so far.
In the half on is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
This is from 49 yards. And that one is good. And the Eagles take a 7-point lead into the locker room.
Halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
Up next, Tua makes his NFL debut as well as his Dolphins take on the Patriots in Foxborough. Then we head to Minnesota. Rodgers and Kirk Cousins battle it out again. Packers and Vikings from Minnesota.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
what a game for Jalen Hurts so far. He has a rushing touchdown on his stats and everything. Even though Philadelphia is leading by 7 points.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
All right, so we're back in Washington for the start of the second half. Eagles with a 7-point lead over Washington. As it's time to start the second half in Washington.
We are back underway in the second half.
And this one's not going to be returned. This one will be a touchback.
End zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
First and 10. Here's R.J. Watt. And the Eagles get to him at the 31.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 31,
Haskins, and that one's incomplete.
This will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
3rd and 4, Haskins. And that one's caught. R.J. Watt with the completion for a first down.
Before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So Washington keeps the drive moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun,
Haskins. And that one is incomplete.
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To throw again,
Haskins again. And that's intercepted. Josh Carroll picks it off. And he gets this one to the 34-yard line.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
So Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense back out there.
Really upset on their team. The defense already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And here's Miles Sanders. And he's brought down at the 31.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And here's Sanders. And he's brought down at the 30-yard line.
The second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Jalen Hurts to throw. Wide open. Miles Sanders for an Eagles first down.
And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you just...
Jalen Hurts looking to throw, and he's sacked.
Back at the 11-yard line. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
Landon Collins on the safety blitz gets to him.
First and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And Hurts, he's going to take off. And he will get out of bounds at the 4.
Before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Hurts, looking, scrambling, but he's sacked by Chase Young, the rookie. Rookie getting to a rookie.
Down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL.
So Jalen Hurts comes off, and Jake Elliott puts in the field goal to make it a 10-point lead.
Now at 13-3.
Washington 3.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just
And here's Elliott to kick it away. Now Eagles are up by 10 in the 3rd quarter.
That one will bounce out
And Washington most definitely need a score.
At the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down.
And here's Watt. And R.J. Watt is on the loose. R.J. Watt. He's going to score. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there with his first career touchdown.
75-yard strike.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Now, how could Philadelphia allow that?
Tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed
And the extra point is good. And Washington makes this a one-score game. It's 13-10.
Hopkins, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
The Washington fans are getting hyped. They're hoping for a miracle to happen.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And this one's going to be returned from the end zone.
And a good return.
And he's brought down at the 29.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that
Jalen Hurts back out there for Philadelphia, and Washington is going to have to find an answer for him because he is using his legs. Like every single time he sees an open lane, he just takes off. And there's just nothing that Washington could do. They just kept allowing him to run by himself. You can't do that in this type of situation.
To begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And here's Miles Sanders. And he's brought down at the 35.
Forward for a gain of about 6 on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hurts, and he's going to throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And Jalen Hurts, he's going to take off with it. And he will slide down again. He gets a first down for Philadelphia.
Baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And Hurts, he's going to take off once again. And he's going to slide.
Out of the scramble, it's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Jalen Hurts again, looking to throw. And Hurts is going to take off with it once again. And he'll be out of bounds at the 46.
Of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different.
And here's Miles Sanders.
First and 10.
And he's brought down at the 44.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan?
And Hurts, he's going to take off. Oh, no, he's sacked.
Taken down behind the line.
I thought for a second he was going to take off with it once again.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit
Washington looking for a stop.
Except make sure you hold on to the ball.
Hurts. And he's sacked again.
And down he goes again. Matthew Ioannidis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around.
So Philadelphia is going to punt the football, and Washington has a chance to take the lead in the final few minutes.
When it hits a couple yards into the end zone, a missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that.
And here's Watt.
Take a fourth quarter lead.
And he's brought down at the 22.
And it brings up second down.
A gain of 2.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 8. They're going to give it to R.J. Watt. And he's brought down at the 38.
16 yards, a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Operating from the gun,
Haskins looking for Watt, and he's got it.
Left side, it's his running back with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Philadelphia's getting a bit shook.
What's going on in the early window? This might be the best of the bunch.
Philadelphia's getting a bit
So it's
shook.
Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
And Haskins is sacked.
Thrown away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox.
Fletcher Cox with the sack.
Ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Now, how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounced back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
And here's Watt. And he's brought down at midfield.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Haskins looking to throw. And that's incomplete.
Intended for Richard Rodgers.
Who's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off?
Haskins throws, and Watt completes it. And down he goes at the 22.
Just shy of the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Boy, just like that, they've got new life.
And the defense still has the advantage, but I know that there's some deflation there. That's why I hurried back to the line of
Haskins
attack them again.
looking, and that's intercepted.
There as it's intercepted. Picked up by
And that should just about do it. Well, not yet, because Washington has all 3 timeouts. And Jalen Hurts is hyped.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
And Miles Sanders, and he slips up at the 31.
Negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
1 yard gain brings up
Washington still has all 3 timeouts. And here's Sanders. And he's brought down once again.
3rd and 2 situation. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. Eagles need a first down or more to get the victory. Oh, and Miles Sanders, he's gonna get the first.
On the play, and it'll move the chain.
And that's gonna do it.
We will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And that is going to do it. Washington needed a stop. They couldn't do it. And the Philadelphia Eagles are going to survive on the road, taking this game 13-10. They will start 1-0 on the new campaign.
It's a win here in week 1. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Eagles, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So Jalen Hurts, not only he had himself a great game, he gives the Eagles their first win on the new season as the Eagles defeat the Washington football team 13-10. Now Washington, they almost pulled off a miracle, but with the interception thrown by Haskins, cost him. Then Miles Sanders on 3rd and 2 runs for the first down, slides down, and Washington had to use their 3rd and final timeout. So here are the stats. You can see Jalen Hurts only threw for 71 yards with no touchdowns, no interceptions. But you know, some of these guys are rookies. You know, it's gonna take them a long time to get themselves on the board for the first time. I'm pretty sure he might get himself on the board when they're at home against the Rams in week number 2. But Dwayne Haskins, he threw for over 118 yards, but he threw for no touchdowns, but thrown 2 interceptions. So that has got to be fixed by week number 2. That has got to be fixed. Now look at the ground game. RJ Watt with 12 carries, 122 yards and a touchdown. Look at Jalen Hurts, ran for 97 yards. Now Washington, they've got to get that fixed, because you allowed a rookie quarterback to rush for 97 yards on y'all and get a touchdown as well. And Miles Sanders, like I said, his 9th carry, he ran for the first down and he had to slide down. It was just crazy. Philadelphia was dominating the run game, and you can see Alshon Jeffrey had a big catch, that 45-yard strike from Hurts to Jeffrey, and then another huge play hit from Hurts to Miles Sanders. Washington, they gotta fix their mistakes because they were giving up a bunch of big plays defensively, and you can't do that if you cannot give up big plays if you think you're gonna win a game. Anyways, this is going to do it. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you will not miss another episode that I post on my channel, whether it's this series on Madden or the series on 2K, whichever one. We'll see you guys in another episode of this regular season for roster number 1.